What happens when the unstoppable meets the unexpected? Caitlin Clark has done it again, delivering yet another unforgettable performance that left fans in awe and cemented her legacy as one of the most electrifying players the game has ever seen. But this time, it's different. This time, the unexpected came not in the form of a rival or a challenge, but in the sheer magnitude of her impact. Clark didn't just dominate the game.
It's been hard for me, but adjusting and just kind of have that mindset of like just moving on has been something I try to give myself a little bit of grace.
Caitlin Clark is box office. She is a star. If Angel Reese was older, I would have gotten on her about what she just said. Because I would have been like, how...
Dropping moments that reminded everyone why she's the heartbeat of women's basketball. Her latest outing was a masterclass in precision, power, and poise. Whether it was her pinpoint passes slicing through defenses or her unrelenting scoring ability, Clark proved once again that she's a generational talent. Fans watched in disbelief as she broke another record, solidifying her place in the annals of basketball history. Yet, amidst her brilliance,
to understand that when a transformational figure enters the fray, you got to pause and then isolate and compartmentalize and give them the love that they're due. And in this case, it belongs.
A sense of unity emerged, a recognition that they were witnessing something extraordinary. Even those who once doubted her influence have found themselves drawn to the magnetic energy she brings to the court. Caitlin Clark isn't just playing the game, she's elevating it, proving that when the unstoppable meets the unexpected, magic happens. And with each game, she reminds us all that the best is yet to come. Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese have become the faces of a new era in women's basketball, their dynamic blending competitive fire with moments of humor that fans can't get enough of. Recently, Angel Reese...
When I got drafted, number 7. So I'm like, cool, like, the pressure is not even on me because I'm drafted 7, so the pressure shouldn't be up there. So I'm like, all right, cool, I can just hoop.
Another accolade for Clark took the internet by storm, offering a refreshing and playful take on
Still a rookie, I'm still figuring it out.
Widely shared clip, Reese's candid and humorous response reminded fans that even in the heat of competition, there's room for joy and camaraderie. Her remarks highlighted the unique relationship between these two powerhouse athletes, one built on mutual respect, shared ambition, and an understanding of the spotlight they both command.
Angel Reese is a wonderful player, but she does not compare to what and who Caitlin Clark is when she's on the bench.
The challenges of navigating the pressure, saying, "It's been hard for me, but I'm learning to give myself a little grace." At just 22, she's showing maturity by embracing the journey while staying true to herself. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark continues to captivate fans with her unmatched talent and transformative impact on the sport.
Angel Reese spoke to the media. She didn't speak to the media after the game against Caitlin Clark, but a member of the Chicago Sky. The
ability to draw attention to the game has been nothing short of extraordinary.
She talked about where all this attention started with her and Caitlin Clark.
Women's basketball, a transformational presence who has redefined what's possible. As Reese's good-natured response demonstrated, rivalries in sports don't always have to be intense or overly serious. They can also be fun and engaging, reflecting the humanity of the athletes we admire. Reese's playful acknowledgement of Clark's achievements adds levity to their competitive dynamic, making their stories even more compelling to follow. While Clark's record-breaking performances have solidified her as a once-in-a-generation talent, Reese's humor and relatability provide a balance that fans deeply appreciate. Together, they're not just shaping the future of women's basketball, they're making it more accessible, entertaining, and inspiring for everyone watching. Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese have become central figures in a narrative that blends fierce competition with moments of levity and connection. Reese's playful acknowledgement of their dynamic offers fans a chance to smile while following the journeys of these two talented athletes. This
is a phenomenon. Caitlin Clark is a phenomenon.
Even sports economists are sitting up and taking notice. Thayer Lavielle, a leading expert, called Clark a lightning rod for women's basketball. She's not wrong. Clark's influence has become so monumental that people are likening her to Michael Jordan in terms of revolutionizing the game's
Reese chose not to address the media after a recent game against Clark. She later reflected on the origins of the attention surrounding their rivalry. The discourse only underscores the cultural impact of their careers, with Clark at the forefront of a transformative era for women's basketball. Caitlin Clark's rookie season was nothing short of historic. Shattering 62 records, a feat unprecedented in WNBA history, Clark showcased her unparalleled dominance on the court. From her razor-sharp passing to her scoring brilliance, she led the Indiana.
Look at this the way I did with Michael Jordan. Now, she's not the Michael Jordan of her sport as far as athleticism, playing, dominating. But Asia Wilson is the best player in the game. Not even a debate. But I'm talking about value now. Value to a franchise, value to a league, getting your team in the playoffs. They had the number one pick. They were the worst team last year. And there is value that I can attach.
Appearance in nearly a decade. More than her individual stats, Clark proved her.
I'm talking about value. Michael Jordan was the most valuable player every single year because of what he meant to his team and what he meant to the league. And, oh, by the way, winning 6 titles. Can't argue with that. Caitlin Clark may not win titles. Las Vegas is still a great team. But the fact that she is doing what she's doing and at a very high level, you know, it's now commonplace where she'll go for 26 and 12. I mean, those are great numbers for any player, no matter how long you've been in the
best players in the world one day, Clark confidently declared. Based on her trajectory, few would argue against it. The impact of her presence rippled far beyond the court. Clark's electrifying performances drew record-breaking attendance, merchandise sales soared by 500%, and TV viewership reached unprecedented heights. Sports economists, like the esteemed Reese, have dubbed her a lightning rod for women's basketball. Clark's influence is not just game-changing, it's league-changing. She has ignited a...
Other than she plays really, really hard, and I liken her game to Moses Malone. Moses Malone was relentless. So it's not that I don't appreciate who she is or how she plays. There is no one like Caitlin Clark in the history of
NBA's cultural and economic landscape. As fans watch this new era unfold, it's clear that Caitlin Clark is more than just a standout rookie. She's a phenomenon rewriting the story.
Angel Reese is better than Caitlin Clark, is saying Rodman was better than Michael Jordan, or Ben Wallace was better than Kobe, or even Andre Drummond was better than LeBron. And I shouldn't have to point out that Angel Reese is actually a poor defender.
For her transformative influence on the sport. Much like Jordan redefined the NBA, Clark has become a cultural phenomenon, revitalizing the WNBA's popularity and sparking economic growth. Dubbed a lightning rod for women's basketball by sports economists, Clark's impact extends far beyond the court. Her rookie season alone generated an estimated $36 million for Indianapolis, with projections suggesting her presence could drive the league's value to rise by $1.6 billion in just 3
attention. Her notoriety is based off Caitlin Clark. Because she wins the national title, first thing she does, she mocks Caitlin Clark. And then she doesn't even celebrate with her teammates. So she's made...
Her value to the league mirrors his, making her indispensable to her team and the WNBA. Clark's ability to elevate a franchise is undeniable. The team that once held the league's worst record is now playoff-bound, thanks to her skill and leadership. Though Las Vegas remains the dominant team, Clark's consistent performances, like her now commonplace 26-point, 12-assist games, showcase her as a cornerstone of the league's future. Comparisons to other players, such as Angel Reese, have fueled media narratives. Reese, known for her relentless style of play, has drawn parallels to the legendary Moses Malone. However, framing their dynamic as a rivalry falls short. Clark's historic achievements, including earning Rookie of the Year and a spot on the All-WNBA first team, place her in a league of her own. Reese's disagreements with Clark's accolades sparked online debates, amplifying the conversation about representation in women's basketball. Critics argued that the media's focus on Clark overshadowed other deserving athletes. Yet Clark's rise has undeniably elevated the league.
Caitlin Clark, you go girl. Don't listen to these people. Keep going strong. Most of us are normal and have your back.
Women's basketball hasn't seen in years. Caitlin Clark's journey isn't just about personal glory, it's about breaking barriers, redefining the sport, and proving that women's basketball can capture the hearts and minds of fans worldwide. Whether you see her as a trailblazer or a lightning rod, one thing is clear, Caitlin Clark isn't just changing the game, she's transforming the culture around it. In the world of women's basketball, Caitlin Clark has emerged as a unifying force, captivating audiences with her remarkable talent and vision. She's not just playing the game, she's transforming it. With her dynamic presence, the sport is experiencing an unprecedented wave of excitement, signaling that the WNBA might be on the brink of something extraordinary. What sets Clark apart is more than her undeniable skill. It's her ability to inspire and drive change. Her rookie year has proven that women's basketball can thrill fans, boost economic growth, and resonate with audiences worldwide. Clark's story is about breaking barriers and paving the way for future generations. Whether she's dazzling on the court, making headlines, or inspiring young fans, she represents a new era for the WNBA. Her legacy is one of perseverance, passion, and progress. She's showing the world that women's basketball is a force to be reckoned with. Caitlin Clark isn't just part of the game, she is the game. Her journey is just beginning, and as she continues to push the limits of what's possible, one thing is certain: she's redefining what it means to be a superstar. Angel Reese also brought some memorable moments to the forefront, adding to the buzz and excitement surrounding this transformative time in women's basketball. It's a reminder of how the sport is filled with bold personalities and thrilling performances that keep fans coming back for more.